Hey guys, you're tuned into TCDCmedia.com. I'm Dan, and I'm here with Dave of Every Avenue.
How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Great.
So you're on the Fearless Friends tour.
Yep.
Are you enjoying it?
I am loving it. This tour is awesome. It's a really cool tour. Like, it's called the Fearless Friends tour, but it really is like, I always try to explain to people, like, when you're on Fearless Records, it's like being part of a family, and all the bands, they're really welcoming to everybody, and everyone's like pretty much some of our best friends we've ever met on the road are all on this tour, so it's awesome.
Now, American Secrets, the FreeCreditReport.com band, are on this tour. Now, I know you obviously probably saw the commercials.
Yep.
Did you get a little starstruck when you first met them?
Not one bit whatsoever. I know I was kind of blown away by the bus, though. I wasn't used to seeing them that big, and I was like, wow, they look weird. I'm just kidding. But Steve, the piano player, was in a band from Michigan. I'm not sure if you're aware of or knew of the band called Mane and Quail. Check him out. He was in that band with one of our other friends, who is now the singer of a band called Wilson. You know them? All right. You need to look up these Michigan bands.
I'm behind on the local scene.
It's all right, but they're great bands, and so I personally haven't really met any of the guys other than Steve. So they just jumped on the other day, and I'm mostly gone all the time until we play, so it's mostly my fault, but definitely wasn't starstruck. I think one of the guys still isn't aware that I'm on the tour. He thinks I'm just following it and like a fan of the bands, because he's came up to me, he's like, oh hey man, nice to see you again today, and it's kind of funny, but I'm like, dude, I'm on the tour, I play after you, I don't know. But it's
you need a more formal introduction.
Yeah, I need to be like, hi, I'm Dave. I'm gonna see you for a long time. So
now your van just broke 250,000 miles on it.
yes.
Are those all Every Avenue miles?
Those are so the van we had before this van excuse me, the van we had before the van we have now was a huge piece of shit, and I don't know if I can say that.
No, you can say
garbage. Piece of garbage, and
you can say whatever.
yeah we put I think we almost put at least 60,000 miles on that van, and then we got this van with it had 65,000 on it. So if you do the math, it pretty much equals out, and yeah, that's a lot of fucking miles.
Not ready for a bus yet?
No, fuck buses. We don't need them. We just like to look at them and get jealous of them and stuff.
Old school rocker right here.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things about, like, on tour like this, like I always try to explain it to people, like, a bus is really expensive. You want to be on tour in a bus for a month, you're looking at spending close to $40,000. And I don't know if anyone pays rent, but that's a lot of fucking money. And of course, we'd love to be on one, and our van's probably going to blow up on this tour. But there's also the luxury of stopping it anywhere we need to. You can't shit in a bus, and you can't pull it into a McDonald's really to take a crap every now and then. So we have a problem with flying. And generally when we fly, one of us will get kicked off a flight. There was one time, Matt, our bass player, we had a fly day, and I think everyone got about an hour of sleep. On the way to the airport, I was driving like half awake. I was going like 90 because we were late for this shit. Like people were sleeping so hard that I was knocking on the door for like half hour. I had to go downstairs, get keys made to go in their door and shake them and physically wake them up. Then we get in this car and we're cruising, and I'm on my way to the airport, and I'm just like, and I'm like, oh shit, that's a train track. So I'm watching everybody in the back seat just like, and we jumped this thing. It was awesome. The car just went boom. Everyone in the back's like, they float and just hit. And we just started screaming and laughing for like a good 15 minutes. It was awesome. It was like that scene in Ferris Bueller where the car comes over the hill and, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. That's awesome.
Dennis got kicked off a flight because he doesn't like flying. So there was a bar in the airport, and he got a little drunk, and we were just being obnoxious. And this lady, I got woken up, and they were like, they just kicked Dennis off the flight, and I was like, what the fuck? They kicked him off the flight for what? And they were like, I don't know. So I started questioning this lady. I was like, you just kicked my friend off the flight. I'm like, you realize what you just did? I'm like, we're on our way to play a show, and now we're gonna have to deal with all this shit. I was like, why'd you kick him off? And she was like, he was a security hazard. And I was like, what was he doing? Was he talking loud? Was he a little obnoxious or whatever? And she's like, and she's like, no sir, we felt that he was gonna be a security issue. And I was like, was he drunk? Is that what he was? And she was like, I think he might have been a little drunk. I was like, I'm fucking wasted right now. You gonna kick me off the flight too? I was like, you can't kick someone off the flight for being drunk. You didn't even give him a warning. I'm like, he's, of course, there's bars on the plane, in the airport. You serve alcohol on this airplane. Of course people can get drunk. And I'm like, and she's like, sir, we'll kick you off this flight too. And I was like, she's like, we'll turn this plane around. I was like, do it. Turn it around. Let's go pick him back up too. I'm like, you're not going to turn this fucking plane around. I'm like, you can't do that. I'm like, you realize that we're going to get all our flights for free and you're going to get fired. I was just pissed. I was absolutely furious. But Matt actually when he got kicked, I didn't tell the story about Matt. I didn't even tell that one. There was a security pamphlet in the airplane with like a blank back. You guys know what I'm talking about? You see the security things.
I don't fly often, so I have no idea.
If you've ever been on a flight, there's mostly a pamphlet of how to use all the air mask and all the escape routes and stuff. There was a blank page, so Matt decided to make his own, and he drew in stick figures of like, this plane crashing into a cliff, this guy stick figure of like, I'm on fire, and then another box that said this plane will crash. And he showed it to me, and me not realize, I thought he drew it and he was gonna like put it in his backpack or something. He put it back in the seat thing, and then an attendant came up and grabbed it out, and then he was like, and then they were like, sir, can we talk to you in the back? And then he came and sat down. He was sweating bullets, and he was like, so when we get to the airport, the FBI is going to be there, and I'm going to be in a lot of shit. So we got to the airport, and they took him off the plane, and this other cop came up to us and was like, your friend's going to be with us for the rest of the day. Go ahead and get on your flight. And we're like, okay.
It's like that. It's like Meet the Parents when he said bomb on an airplane.
Yeah, but he was all right. He came back, and we met up. It was good.
Now, how's the label feel about all this trouble that you're stirring up on airplanes? Oh, they don't know.
Yeah, they know.
It's whatever. I'll cut this.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit.
Is this what band's playing right now?
I don't know. They're covering Bad Romance?
I didn't realize what time. What time is it? All right.
Shit, you got time?
We got 15 more minutes.
Okay. I saw a tweet. You were quoting the movie Mystery Team.
Okay. Yeah.
Favorite movie of all time, right?
It's awesome. That the scene. What does he say? I know it goes something like Chinese checkers, and then he's like, "Fuck." Like, that's right, guys. I've been saying fuck. Go in the backyard and try it out. I don't know if I quoted that properly, but
you were accurate.
It's one of the best.
That's one of the best movies. But movies. Yeah. Any favorite movies to bring on tour?
I like The Sandlot.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Classics. What else is another favorite one? I'm more of like a TV series guy, you know.
Okay, what do you watch?
I like Seinfeld a lot. I like Arrested Development. What else is there? Dexter. Dexter's a great one.
My girlfriend's been watching that lately.
It's addicting.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah. And then you think about like, who could I get away killing with this shit?
If you could go back and put a song that you wrote in any scene of any movie, what scene of what movie would you put one of your songs in?
Ooh, that's a tough one right off the top of the head. Let me think here. I would love to put like our happiest song in like the most disturbing like fucking war battle fucking army scene, like heads getting ripped off, or like what's that movie I watched the other day? It's called Daybreakers. You know what I'm talking about? All right, you know that scene in Daybreakers where it's just it's all those guards and they realize that these guys just turned into humans and they start going and they start just blood goes everywhere and shit's flying. Like you just play like I think playing like the extremely happy songs during those points is just awesome.
Chasing the Night.
Yeah, Chasing the Night would be great. There's something like that.
People are dying.
Yeah.
Let's turn.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty crazy. If you had to cover one song for the rest of your band's career every night, what song would it be?
One of our songs for the rest of my life?
No, you have to cover a song every night for the rest of your life.
Probably any song off the Weezer Pinkerton album. I would be happy with covering for the rest of my life. What's a good one off that one though? Fuck. Any song off the Blue or Pinkerton album, to be honest with you. I can't really pick a specific one.
Tupac or Biggie?
I'm a really big Biggie fan. That's kind of a tough one. I've never really had to decide between the two.
Really? That's the biggest question around.
Yeah, you think so?
Dude, it's like asking like sausage or bacon.
Bacon.
Well, yeah, obviously bacon, but this is Tupac or Biggie right here.
Yeah. Fuck it. Collab them. Put them together.
That happened. Didn't that happen?
I believe so. Did it?
I don't know. I listened to Ready to Die, Biggie's Ready to Die on repeat. Tell me about the Mindset music video.
We made a video with the original guitar player in Every Avenue I grew up with. I started playing in bands with him a long time ago. And, you know, he's like, my passion has always been film, so I'm going to go do that. And we're like, all right, cool. And then that's when Jimmy joined the band. But he was like, hey, like, I have the opportunity to make you a video that would cost you, like, I don't know, it probably would have cost like $40,000 to make, considering the camera and the crew and stuff. But he made it for us for free. We bought the catering, and that was awesome. But we have no idea. We have no intentions yet of releasing it. Eventually, maybe. But as of right now, we might just put it on the MySpace or something like that. But don't get your hopes up.
No, don't get your hopes. All right, man, that wraps it up. Hanging out with Dave.
Every Avenue.
Anything you want to add?
Come to a show. Buy a record if you don't have it. We're going to go and record a new record next year. So hopefully we'll have some new stuff soon.
Thank you for watching.
No problem.